Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Today's lesson is transitive and intransitive verbs. Kindly go to page number 4. Sorry, I didn't write it. Actually, it is writing code. Page 4. I hope I'm not mistaken. So turn to page 4, please. So the objectives of this lesson. First, you should identify, use, and understand transitive and intransitive verbs, and we will distinguish between the two. As usual, use your KLW table in order to write what you already know about transitive and intransitive verbs. Then you write your questions and the things you still want to know about the transitive and intransitive verbs, and also maybe about verbs in general if you are still struggling with them. And finally, what you have learned in this lesson. So, a transitive verb directs action towards someone or something named in a sentence. So this is the transitive verb. It directs an action towards someone or something. There should be someone or something there. However, intransitive verb does not direct action toward anyone or anything named in the sentence. There is no receiver of the action of the door. And while transitive, there is a receiver of that action. So the word that receives the action of a transitive verb is called the object of the verb. So what do we call the receiver of the action? We call it the object. This is the new term that we will be using. Okay, whether there is an object, therefore it is transitive, or there is no object, therefore it is intransitive. You can determine whether the verb or whether a verb has an object by asking whom or what after the verb. Okay, here's an example. Transitive. The boy lost his jacket. Number one, what is the verb? The verb is lost. Okay, this is the first thing you have to do, to identify the verb. Then you ask yourself, lost what? If I have an answer, lost whom? Nothing. There is no answer for this, but lost what? His jacket is the answer. If I can answer it, then it is transitive verb. Okay. Let's see an example of intransitive verb. The baby cried loudly. So cried what? I can't answer it. Nothing. Cried whom? Nothing. Then since there is no answer, then it is intransitive. Okay. So this is a very beautiful strategy to use to make sure of your answer. All right, practice A, identifying transitive verbs and their objects. So the first focus here, just tell me this is a verb, this is a transitive verb, and finally, this is the object of this transitive verb. All right, so read each sentence, okay, then underline the verb and circle the object of the verb. So when I find the verb, I underline it. When I find the object, I circle it. Okay, easy peasy. Example, mom baked a delicious cake. Okay, mom, the verb is baked, so I underline it. A delicious cake. Cake is the object of the verb, therefore it is transitive. Okay, so number one, Tim sold hot chocolate at the game. So the firstly, what is the verb? Okay, and of course it is a transitive verb here because we are identifying only transitive verbs. So here the verb is sold. Sold what? Hot chocolate. Therefore hot chocolate or just chocolate is the answer, is the object. Hence sold is a transitive verb. Okay, number two, Kelly wore glasses. Okay, Kelly wore what? Kelly wore glasses. Glasses is the object of wore. Therefore, wore is a transitive verb, and the evidence is glasses is the object of the verb. Number three, mom and dad ate all of the pie. So, what is the object? What is the verb? The action there is ate, verb to eat, all of the pie. So the pie is object object of the verb ate, because they ate what? They ate all of the pie. So the pie is the object. Number 4, the kitten scratched my hand. So the verb is scratched. Scratched what? My hand. Therefore, my hand or hand is the object. Number 5, I pictured. So pictured is the verb. As you know, we can use it as a noun and as a verb. It is famous. It's used as a noun, but also it can be used as a verb. It means to visualize or think or something like this. I pictured success in my mind. So pictured what? Success. As long as I can answer this question, it is always transitive. All right. So I will leave from number 6 to 10 for you as homework to see whether you can find the verbs and their objects. For this exercise, it's easy. You just, when you find the verb, it is transitive. You just need to know where is the object to prove that it is transitive. All right. If you are still struggling with verbs, I believe there is a video I made before. You can check so that you have a clear understanding of verbs or action verbs and linking verbs. All right, the second practice, distinguishing between transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Very good one. So here we have to distinguish between the two, transitive and intransitive verbs. Read each sentence, okay? Then write the action verb and label it transitive or intransitive. So first step, I should write the verb. This is the verb, okay? So you really need to know very well about verbs. You should not have this problem here. That's why I'm always telling you, if you're struggling with verbs, with this part of speech, just go and learn the lesson and practice it more so that you get better. Then you can understand this lesson, because all of those lessons are chained, they are connected to each other. You should understand some basics first so that you can go deeper in those lessons. So when I write the verb, then I should label it. Is it transitive or intransitive? That's all. I write the verb dash, then I write whether it is transitive or intransitive. Okay. Example, the baby cried for her bottle. Answer, cried is the verb, obviously. Cried, what, cried, whom, nothing. So it is intransitive. Always use this strategy. Mitty walked to the store. So the verb is walked, of course. Walked what, walked whom. I cannot answer this question, therefore it is intransitive, which means when I say I cannot answer this question, which means there is no receiver of this action. Number 2, James did his homework. So of course did is a verb, and did what? Did his homework. So it is transitive. Number 3, Ethan played his guitar all morning. So the verb is play. Played what? Played his guitar, therefore it is transitive. Number 4, the grass grew quickly. So the verb is grow. Grow what? Nothing. Grow whom? Nothing. Therefore it is intransitive. And number 5, the plane holds over 100 people. So the verb is holds what? People. Therefore it is transitive. Okay, as you see, I just do it quickly because it's just a matter to ask you. Once you find the verb, you just ask yourself what and whom. If there is an answer, then it is transitive, which means there is a receiver of the action. If there is no answer, therefore it is intransitive, no receiver of the action. Okay, I leave this one for you as homework to test yourself whether you can identify or distinguish between transitive and intransitive verbs. I hope you learned something today. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me via Teams. Have a lovely day and take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.